Nick, does it matter to you if you play in that preseason or not?
It doesn't matter to me. Whatever they want me to do, I'm willing to do it. Haven't played in one since a lot of years ago, so it's not my decision. But I'm ready to do whatever it takes.
How much have you found your timing with Deshaun and the running game? How much have you kind of found it connecting so far?
I think it's coming along good. We got a head start last year when the sun got in late in the season, so I think this year we just kind of built off that, and I think it's going along very well.
You've been being used a little bit more in that passing game. How do you think that might open up your game and allow that to open up the offense?
I think it will. Not knowing what we're going to do if I'm in the game. Last year I was just mostly first, second down, so it kind of gave them an idea of what we're going to do. But hopefully this year will be different with me doing more things.
Hey, do you feel any more responsibility or pressure given that the guys behind you don't have a lot of experience? Like you had Kareem for the last few years, but now you got guys that don't have as much experience.
Not so much. I know those guys behind me are prepared, prepared well every day with Coach Stump and here at practice. So I know if anything happens, those guys will be ready to go out there and compete and make plays for this team.
I know Jordan's only been here for about a week, but what has he added? Another guy that's had played a number of games at least in the league.
He's just very experienced. He came in, he knew the playbook almost all immediately. He's very smart. He makes great plays, good reads, and he's a great guy.
You're excited to be more involved in the passing game, get more touches a different direction?
Yeah, whatever it takes, I'm excited for it.
What advice have you given Elijah Moore for lining up in the backfield?
When you see the hole, just hit it hard, man. Yeah, but he's done a great job. That against the Commanders, he did a great job of hitting it fast, and yeah.
It feels like you might have a different kind of mentality. Is that fair to say? Did you feel a little different this year going into the season?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel the same. Just ready to get started. Yeah.
Nick, the Browns have doled out some cash to redo the contracts of two foundation players. Have they talked to you or your agent about doing something?
I haven't heard anything.
Nick, what are your expectations for Deshaun this year, and how have you seen him change from last year?
With Deshaun, I just want Deshaun to be, who he is, who I've known him to be since high school, growing up in Georgia together. I've always heard about him. I've always been a great player, and just him to get back to who he is.
Nick, we saw a run on Sunday. I think it was last time we were out here. Got a little chippy afterwards with you and somebody else. Like that defense. I mean, how physical are they? How competitive is it out there with them now under Jim Schwartz?
They do a great job. Very physical. Always around the ball. Making plays. I'm happy to not play against them on Sundays for sure.
How much does that level of competitiveness help out here every day?
It helps a lot. I think how you get better as a team is to compete at a high level. And that's what we do every day.
Nick, how explosive can this offense be this year with everybody healthy and Deshaun in his second year and some added help there at the wide receiver spot in the offseason?
Yeah, I think that potential to be one of the best in the NFL. Just it depends on us executing every day and alignment, assignment, and playing fast, but being smart.
When you went back and kind of looked at the film and everything from those two joint practices with Philly, what was sort of your takeaways from what you saw?
Probably the biggest thing is, whether I go out there and compete, just go out there, compete, fly around. You're going to make mistakes. It's going to be intense. But I think for the most part, we're a very disciplined team. And when it came down to that, I think we did good.
I know you and Baker were close. You got named the starter today. How happy are you for him that he's getting another shot to do that?
I'm excited for him. Baker, I came in here with Baker. He's a great friend of mine. So I'm excited to see him go out there and do well.
Every year you come into camp in the best possible shape. Is it the best of your career, you think, the way you're feeling physically right now?
Well, I hope so. The way I train in the off season, I always hope to come in great shape, even better than last year. But, who really knows?
Good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Looking forward to getting back there this weekend.
It's gonna be a lot of fun going out there, seeing a lot of familiar faces, like seeing your coaches and like your former teammates. It's gonna be pretty fun out there, like getting out there and talking a little bit of trash, make a couple plays. But yeah, I'm excited for it.
You expecting to see 15 play?
I do. I think with Coach Reed, he has the history of like letting guys play that last game, usually like a half or something. But I don't think Pat will play that much. He probably play a couple reps. Hopefully we get back there to him a little bit and Coach Reed get a little scared and take him out. So I think we'll see him out there, but I don't know how long
What's
though.
behind that? Why does Reed explain that to you guys, why he wanted you to play?
I mean, the more reps you get, the better, you know? So, like, the first game, you're basically just trying to get your feet wet a little bit. And then that last game, you're out there a little bit longer because you're preparing for the regular season. So, if you plan a full half, you might get like 20, 25 reps or something like that. So, that's his main reason behind that is getting guys reps.
Seeing how Kansas City's a team you guys are going to have to go through if you're going to get where you aspire to, how vanilla is it going to be, though, on Saturday? Even though you maybe want to go out there and have a little fun, talk some trash, whatever, but just how close to the vest do you guys have to kind of keep things?
I mean, honestly, it's whatever coach calls. Like, I think it's all about the mood, honestly. If he come out there and he just want to see, like, us compete, he might stay real vanilla and not really show anything. If he want to see what we can really, if we can understand our coverages, he might call a little bit more. So I really don't know what he's going to do, but hopefully he can call a decent amount of calls, you know, just to keep it real competitive.
So the last 2 weeks of camp, you will have played Philadelphia in practice against them and also played against Kansas City, two Super Bowl teams. What is the relevance of that?
I mean,
does it mean anything?
Yeah, it's huge. When you play against, like, one of the top teams, like it was, like you said, Philadelphia that made it to the Super Bowl, and in Kansas City that won the Super Bowl, you're playing against the best two teams technically in the NFL from last season. So it's a great view on how we can, like, work and better ourselves as a team, just being able to see the top competition like that for 2 weeks in a row.
How many times would you say you intercepted Mahomes in practice?
It depends on the year. Some years I'm getting him a lot, and then some years he get me. So there was one year I know I got him like almost every day. Honestly, yeah, it was. I think it might have been my rookie season. I was hot, like out there at camp. Probably, I led the team in interceptions by far.
So in 4 years, would you say a dozen times in practice?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Yeah, I would definitely say so.
How does he kind of use practice? I mean, if you're intercepting him all those times, like does he trying stuff that he would never try in a game? Like what is he doing? How is he using those reps?
Practice, you'll see some crazy stuff from Pat. You know, like when y'all see like the no look passes on TV in the game, it's just like amplified when you're in practice. It's like he's just trying to really test it out to see if he can do it and everything. And there's like videos of him throwing the behind the back passes. That's like a real thing in practice. So if they was to bring that out, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like he always used practice as a way to better himself and to see if he can do certain things.
Having had the opportunity to go back and look at the practice tape against the Eagles, just how would you assess how you guys stacked up against them?
Oh yeah, I think we held our own. You know, we definitely played very well some days, and some days they got us. You know, but just looking at the film, I would say that we got a great team that can compete with anybody at this level.
Hey Juan, just seeing what Ronnie Hickman's done, he's gone out there, gotten 3 interceptions the last 2 games. Like as an undrafted guy, just what have you thought of him and what has he brought to the room?
I mean, the guy's a competitor. I mean, he's very smart, and it seems like he takes his game, like this game, very seriously. Like he's always like in the playbook, asking questions in meetings, and then when you put him on the field, it shows because like he had 3 interceptions, 2 in one game and then 1 last week. So when you got a guy that's always around the football, it just shows how good of a player he really is.
That kind of player, like especially a guy who's undrafted, and I know Rodney's history with that too, does that like up the energy in the room for everybody when you have a guy coming in there and making the most of every opportunity like that?
I mean, it's great to see undrafted guys do that, but once you get in the room, we don't really think about if you're a drafted guy or undrafted. I mean, it was just if a team wanted you at a certain place, they'll get you, but you have great guys that go undrafted each and every year, so we really don't look into that undrafted and drafted situation.
Are you a believer, though, that somebody has a knack for that, takeaways and everything?
Oh, yeah. Some people some people just have a knack for the ball, and the ball just finds them. And I think Ronnie is one of those guys, you know, like even if he's not looking to make the play, the ball somehow falls in his own. So I think he's one of those guys for sure.
Aside from his talent, what makes Mahomes what he is?
I mean, he's a competitor. Like, if y'all haven't watched it, that quarterback show on Netflix, I didn't even know that he was like that competitive. Like I thought Pat was just going out there just playing football, not really talking, but I mean, it really showed in that show. That's what I think makes him different from a lot of other quarterbacks, because they see it as like a job, and he goes out there and just wanting to have fun with the game.
Who are you still most closest to on that Chiefs team?
That's hard. That's hard to just pick one person, because I was close with a lot of those guys out there. So I try to stay in contact with them as much as possible. So I really can't pick one individual player.
Well, when last season ended, did you know you were probably moving on from there, or did you have to see it play out?
I mean, I kind of had a sense that it was it was a chance that I would be moving on because we had they drafted a guy, Brian Cook, in the second round. And as the year went on, I just saw him getting better and better each and every week. And I just saw him keep on just like steadily just making plays. So I knew that like, okay, this guy's not gonna stay here and play behind me for another 3 years if I sign back, because this guy's ready to play right now. So I kind of figured it was probably my time to move on.
Juan, they've been in what, 3 Super Bowls in the last 4 years. How long is it gonna last, do you think?
I never wish anything bad on them. But hopefully this was their last year, because I'm hoping that we can get there each and every year now.
It's practice and it's preseason, but when you're seeing the defense kind of come out there and have those explosive plays, how does that feel to see maybe what Jim Schwartz is trying to do on a small scale already?
I mean, it's crazy. Like I was telling some of the cornerbacks that didn't even play, like, yeah, y'all really don't understand like how fast that D-line is getting back there. I don't really feel like I'm covering a lot. I feel like I'm taking 2 pedal steps and the ball's coming out. So I mean, it's an amazing feeling when guys are getting out there making a lot of plays, and it just shows how good this team really could be.
What's it like out there playing defense against Deshaun Watson?
I mean, it's great. Like I said, I see a lot of things in him that I saw in Pat. Like they compete at a high level. Like we talk trash each and every day. I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna pick him off a couple of times, and his goal is obviously to not throw interceptions to me. But Deshaun, he has all the traits of a great quarterback, and I'm excited to see him play this year.
Do you expect, as long as Reed and Mahomes are together, that they'll at least be there every year competing for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just the culture over there is amazing, honestly. I don't think they'll ever fall off. Like those guys, they take everything very seriously over there, and I think that they'll be competing each and every year for sure.
Juan, you talk a lot of trash on the sidelines when we're in practice.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that's helped the identity of this defense, and is that something you brought over from Kansas City?
I really didn't talk too much in Kansas City. I mean, I'll talk sometimes, but like here, like I just want to have a lot of fun, you know. When you're out there talking trash each and every day, it just brings energy. If the offense is down and I'm talking trash to you, have no reason but to respond back and to compete each and every day. So that's what I'm here for, is to bring that energy each and every single day in practice.
Given the end of the last 2 seasons, can you bring a lot to this defense about the Bengals, given how much you played them and how big those games were?
Yeah, I definitely could bring a lot to it. I mean, because I played them at like the top level when they wanted to be at their best. But I'm not gonna really give out too much right now.
Sure.
But I definitely feel like I can help with that for
but
sure.
It's a real thing. Like
yeah,
you think
it's a real thing.
Yeah.